Chat, what we're about to do right now is we are about to watch this video that dropped from Marathon. The name of this video is Marathon Developer Insight Runner Shells. All right, we ready for this? This could be the deciding factor for some of you.
Runner shells is what we're calling the bioprinted bodies that you, the runner, inhabit when you go down to Tau Ceti. Each of our launch shells is really an archetype of gameplay.
So abilities, passives, stat packages married to a very distinct silhouette that then players can look at, 50, 60 meters away and say, oh, I know what that is. I know what that player is capable of, and I can start to think about how to counteract it.
One of the things we really want to do from the build crafting side is making sure that we're providing people ingredients instead of giving them a recipe. Figuring out what you want for your build that is unique, and you do that across cores, you do that across implants, you do that across weapon mods. Cores are powerful standalone perks that can be used in combination with each other to shift the gameplay style of your runner kit. We also want to make sure that there are interesting combinations of things that work together, but they have hooks that go out into the other systems, so you can create this like crazy Rube Goldberg machine.
Depending on your playstyle, if you're like someone who hangs back and likes to snipe, you're someone who likes close quarters combat and you're going to rush in, you're going to want to cater the items that you're finding differently.
The idea there is like, have a broad spectrum that everyone can kind of find a little bit of a home to, and then we're going to build on top of that. Destroyer is aggressive, brutal, whereas a
Wait, what was it called before? Was it called Destroyer before? Was it Locust? Gotcha.
modified futuristic version of the Mjolnir armor from the original trilogy.
The shell is designed to get into the fight as fast as possible and stay there. It comes equipped with thrusters on its legs that let it sprint faster, or you can use them for a quick lateral evade.
A riot barricade so that they can generate presence and they can generate almost like aggro for their team.
Its prime ability is Search and Destroy, which activates shoulder-mounted missile pods that fire heat-seeking missiles.
They have a way to lock down targets over sustained fire, which immobilizes them and allows your team to follow up.
Our Assassin Shell is built for players that like to play slow and quiet. It's very much a classic, backline infiltrator. It has a dive ability that can be used to negate fall damage from any height.
Their tactical ability is invisibility. You pull this shroud of invis over yourself. You can sprint during it, you can mantle during it, but
it's
the faster
for real
you move,
invis.
the more visible you're gonna become. And if you take any actions, heal, shoot, get shot, you'll reveal yourself for a short duration. Their prime ability sends out this disc. It creates this plumes of smoke that you can enter into, and then when combined with their passive shroud, they go invisible when they enter smoke. The whole thing here is be invisible, be sneaky, and then enshroud the world in smoke.
Originally,
Again, so they've done a lot of name changes. I'm curious how y'all feel about this, because originally the Destroyer class was called Locust. That class was called Blackbird. I don't mind it. So this one right here is called Recon, I guess. It's just names. I think names are very important. Yeah, I think names are extremely important. Imagine if we didn't have Hunter, Titan, Warlock. It was something else. You know what I mean? Destroyer sounds better than Locust. Yeah, I actually like Destroyer more than Locust. But I like the name Blackbird. That was a dope name.
Originally, Recon was called internally Fun Police. That really is the core kind of fantasy. It's about hunting people down. It's about playing detective. If you want to find all the assassin shells on the map, Recon is the shell you want to use. It comes with a tracker drone that you can toss out a little spider friend that crawls along the ground and will track towards enemies and explode. And that explosion overheats the target.
They can't move, they can't sprint, they're taking tick damage, and they like help you lock down a target so you can pursue them. And for their prime, Recon has this really awesome helmet that splits open, and they tap in these cool key codes. It opens up and pulses, and it sends out this like wave that detects both AI and players and marks them for you.
And when you break the shield of somebody as a recon shell, they leave holographic footprints behind. So even if they run away, you can follow that trail and they'll lead right to them.
And then finally awareness, where if you get pinged, it'll actually tell you that someone like sees you. You won't know where, but you'll be able to be on high alert that somebody saw you and has marked you.
Vandal is our shell that is, just by its very nature, more agile than our other shells. It has microjets that let it do a double jump. It has a power slide that goes much further than our normal sprint slide.
Their prime overloads their movement system so they can commit and chain all those actions together. They're about getting in and out, causing chaos.
The arm cannon for Vandal unfolds and you find a big ass gun barrel inside. You can use it to knock people out of cover. You can use it to knock people off of buildings, which is way more fun than knocking them out of cover.
The number of times we've knocked people off of field maintenance is like, this is a great thing.
I'm probably hit to death.
Marathon is a game that is all about finding the best stuff on the map. So we felt like we needed to have a shell that was sort of built for the loot goblin fantasy.
Ooh.
That is Thief to a T. Thief's trade ability is X-ray visor.
Okay.
You flip down your visor, you can see containers through walls.
Oh!
You can see enemies that are within line of sight.
Their prime is pickpocket drone.
All right. That's now look. Obviously, we're gonna be playing Destroyer, but that shit's my jam. You can see all the goop. Yes.
Where they deploy this like elegant origami mechanicalized butterfly. It has like a mechanical whip that it can send out and that knocks loot out of both players and AI, and then it can suck that loot back up with the same whip. Or you can use it for recon. You can fly around, you can ping, those pings are shared to your squad.
The Thief shell also has a built-in grappling device that is embedded right in the forearm. You shoot out a dart. Mid-flight, it unfolds into this propeller that pulls you along and you can swing away to safety.
The recharge rate for their grapple and their base handling and stats will go up as you fill the backpack.
Dude, that's so fucking good. Guys, that grapple is so damn good. So strand, essentially. Yeah, but I don't think you can't exit it with the melee. I don't think. Watch him make an addition where you can. Wait, the more loot you have, the faster the cooldown of her abilities is nuts. Wait, hold on. Did they say that? Let me back it up.
That pulls you along and you can swing away to safety.
The recharge rate for their grapple and their base handling and stats will go up as you fill the backpack. So the idea is to become a loot goblin, right? Steal as much as you can and get out.
Dude, that's wild. Oh, no. You hear what they said? The more loot you have, the faster the cooldown on your abilities. So you're incentivized to just be the ultimate loot goblin. No lie, that's kind of dope. We might be playing that one. I don't know. Oh,
The triage shell is our shell for support players. If you want to keep your allies kicking so they can kick back, we have triage for you.
They're equipped with these awesome like capacitive gauntlets where you activate them and then you can overcharge them and send out these tendrils that then like shock you back to life. Their tactical ability, they actually have these giant drones attached to the legs and they pull them out, and it's a little buddy, he's got a little face, and you give him a high five and send him on his way, and he'll come and hover over your shoulder and provide you with shields and health.
Triage is really a combat medic, so we knew we needed to give it an ability that was useful for firefights.
They've got two traits. The first one is a trait ability called Battery Overcharge, where they overcharge their capacitive gauntlets, which makes their weapons performance better. And if you're using battery weapons specifically, breaking shields will EMP targets, and that becomes an on-ramp to like a whole new layer of build crafting. And then they have the second trait, Shareware, which is really cool, which is any buddies that have medi drones on them, any consumable you use will get like copied to them. So you kind of almost are this like battle medic that's like constantly running triage on your team.
Sometimes,
brother, I hope you know what's happening here, right? Options. I'm sitting here going, wait, I need to play this class. No, wait, I got to have my squad with this class on it. A triage. You see where I'm coming from? Dude, this is going to make some very interesting metas. Honestly, this is how Marathon can really shake things up. If they introduce these runners right here, and then they have a runway for introducing future runners, dude, man, it could get crazy. I don't know, man. Like, I almost want to, I feel like you need a triage. Like, if you're like, okay, we need to be successful, kill other people, be successful. I think recon triage is a must. Yeah, I think recon and triage is going to be like super necessary. I don't know. Let's see what they say about Rook here.
Sometimes you just want to take a breather after a bunch of runs and just kind of go on a run to just see what happens. And Rook is really fun for that.
Picking Rook automatically opts you into queuing in solo. You're able to enter into a match in progress, and you're given a starting kit. You're not allowed to bring anything in. That's almost to your advantage because you risk nothing, and anything you take out is yours to keep.
Instead of focusing on like progression and questing and things of that sort, it's a mode where we make it easy for you to just kind of drop into a match that's in progress and run about and try to scavenge as much as possible and get out with it so that you can populate your vault a little bit more for future runs.
Rook has a tactical ability that lets it blend in with UESC forces. So you activate it, a little mask appears over your face, and you are not perceived by the UESC as hostile. This lets you kind of get in, grab a little bit of loot, and then bail.
What the? That's cool as shit. You just blend in with the other clankers. Yeah, it's like the ultimate scav, but you could shield yourself from PvE.
One of the things that I've really enjoyed about Rook is the added tension. Midway through a session, even though you've known like a few crews got taken out, or maybe you've taken out crews yourself, you don't know how many new players get injected through Rook.
Ultimately, Rook is a morality test, so you have a couple of options when you see a Rook. Either you're a decent person and you drop them a piece of loot and let them be on their merry way, or you are a monster and you blast them in the face. And I'm not going to say which one I am. I blast a lot of Rooks.
We're shooting on sides. Boys, I think they cooking. I think they cooking. I think this delay that Bungie had is the best thing they could have done. Had they dropped this thing the way it was this past year, right next to Arc Raiders, oof. But they done got us a slew of runners to work with. They've really given them their own identities, really fleshed things out. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I'm not going to say it's going to be great, but I'm hopeful. Look, guys, Marathon's come a long way. It looks kind of good. I think some people are still going to be rubbed wrong by the artistic style a little bit. The blockiness, the coloring, things like that. It's growing on me. It's growing on me. I think the thing that's going to make this game stand apart is if it does have a great roadmap in front of it where they continuously add, more runners, more events, more maps, more things. You know what I mean? Like, those are the things that are going to make this game really stand out. Now, is the game going to be balanced? I know they're probably doing everything they can to make sure it at least launches balanced, but I'm sure there's going to be some busted meta combinations, man. Not even from an individual standpoint, not even from like, hey, these combination of items make me unkillable. I think even just from like team synergy, there's going to be a meta team synergy, as it is with all games, but it's going to be present here. We were just talking about a second ago. I can't see myself ever playing without having a triage and a recon on my team. Those two things are just too valuable. What if they add marathon raids? Well, supposedly they're going to have raid-like. Supposedly there's going to be like raid-like mechanics in the hoarder maps / raid style events. Now, whether people are going to stop to do them and not kill each other, we'll just have to wait and see. The biggest selling point at this point is having in-depth build crafting system, which gets easier as you play, since you get to buy the mods after upgrading your factions to a point. Yeah, I mean, I want you to understand this, guys. When you say in-depth build crafting, it's not going to be, just my opinion, I don't think it's going to be on the level of like Destiny, but that's understandable. I think you're going to have some really cool core interactions, your exotic items that are going to, maybe have some cool synergy, but it's not going to be like, let me plug in 4 different fragments, 5 different fragments, my different aspects, or something on the level of like a prismatic where you just have all these different customization. Things are definitely still set in place. You know what I mean? For balance reasons, because PvP is the focus here. Marathon's going to have a really hard time because Arc Raiders already has the casual markets. Marathon's trying to be for better or for worse. I'm just telling you what I think their mission is. They're trying to be a true competitive extraction shooter. And they're trying to be, the game itself is looking to be more difficult than Arc Raiders. It's not going to last. I'm at the point now, guys, where, I'm not going to sit here and speculate. We're just going to have to get in and see, man. We're going to have to get in and see. Arc Raiders last summer, I felt like the game was going to do very well. If you had asked me, hey, how do you feel about Arc Raiders 2 years ago when I first played tested it? I would have told you it's ass. I would have been like, these guys, I don't know what they doing here. Now, it hasn't been 2 years since we played the alpha here from Bungie. It's only been about, 6-7 months. Hopefully, we'll get that experience. And hopefully they just do an open beta leading up to the launch. Have they announced that yet? There's going to be a preview weekend, not beta. Okay. All right. I think that's going to be extremely important. Let everybody get in there, dip their toes, see how they feel. Obviously, there are people that play Arc Raiders right now that are not going to quit Arc Raiders. They love Arc Raiders. But if Bungie's trying to go for that competitive extraction shooter, all right, let's see it. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it's good. I think the biggest clear standout differences, though, for people making comparisons to Arc Raiders is, number one, it's a first-person shooter. And I enjoy Arc Raiders, but there are a number of people that are, I guess you would say, first-person shooter purists. They see Arc Raiders and they just go, I'm not playing that shit. You know what I mean? Simply because it's third person, even though I think the third person is really good. Marathon being first person will appeal to those people. We'll see, guys. We'll see, man. I mean, I'm hopeful. I'm cautiously optimistic. I enjoyed today. I think this video was good. I like seeing the new runners, especially. I think their abilities are really cool. And I think the other thing that the emotion that it invoked in me as I was watching this was like, damn, which one am I going to choose to main? You know what I mean? Like that. And that's a good problem to have. Like, you want to be like, God, it's almost like Path of Exile in a way, right? It's like, damn, everything looks good. Everything looks good. I don't know which one to play. And that's the way it's supposed to be.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.